Hey, yo, Kenji back with imported deck number 4. This is part 2-ish, if you can call it a part 2, of my Innistrad Championship decks. Again, for refresher, Innistrad Championships will be this weekend as of recording, so December 3rd and 4th, 2021. And it's going to be standard and historic. And then if you get 4 and 3 or better on day 1, you qualify for day 2. So this is my historic deck for that tournament. I showcased my standard deck yesterday, but this is the historic deck where I'll be playing green-white humans. This is a pretty good deck from what I've experienced. Lots of good interplay. This deck has it all. It's a nice aggro curve, but a lot of good interaction to slow the opponent down. In all sorts of things. You have like Esper Sentinels, which are just fantastic humans of all things. They don't even look like human. Thalias, of course, to slow down the non-creature based decks. Elite Spellbinders, Adelines, Ranger Captain of Eos, Coco's at the top end. So this deck packs a punch and just has really good interplay with it. It kind of reminds me of the mono white deck in standard, actually. So this is just like the upgraded version of that deck. But anyways, let's jump into a couple matches here, showcase what this one is all about. Arena's been a little bit wonky today. They just had a big update today, but it has been acting a little bit weird, so hopefully we don't run into too much issue here. The season also just reset the other day, so all players that were in Mythic, such as myself, are going to be back down in Platinum. So expect still, hopefully, a lot of high-level play, or at least presumably. On the play here with an okay-looking hand. I think it's a keep on the play. We will get to start attacking for 2 as soon as turn 2. Gonna go ahead and lead off on the Giant Killer. The Giant Killer is more of... Oh, that's a good draw. The Giant Killer is just like a nice tutor target for your Ranger Captain of Eos, as it just like a silver bullet that it can go grab. Looks like we'll be playing against a control-y deck here. Let's go ahead and just slam down the Adeline, and this is a nice 1-2-3 curve here. They could have a bunch of different things. Yep, sure, Essence Scatter is fine. I think what I'm actually going to do is pump the Giant Killer, and this is going to play around like an Anger of the Gods. So they might be able to kill my Luminarch Aspirant, but the Giant Killer is now going to start beating in. There could be a few different builds the opponent is on. Coco number 2, fantastic. Now we'll start pumping up the Aspirant. This also plays around Shark Typhoon if they run that. They're going to Archmage's Charm to gain control of target non-land permanent with valid... So let's go ahead and Coco in response and see if we can hit something. Ranger Captain and Esper Sentinel. I didn't want to run into a counter first. And I think what I like doing here is maybe sacking my Ranger Captain on upkeep. It's tempting. I guess I can't really afford to, and maybe if they have the Anger, we just get wrecked now. I didn't really think about that when I leveled up my Giant Killer so much. Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So we're just going to main phase the Coco then. Again, to play around counter and whatnot. Thalia, and let's get the Aspirant this time. I do think we want to play out the dog. Go ahead and start pumping up the Thalia. Maybe I didn't make the right play by pumping up the Giant Killer that fully, but I mean, again, if I had pumped up the Aspirant, then the Anger of the Gods would have just taken care of that anyways. Yep, gonna definitely protect the Thalia here. Okay, not a bad draw. And I think we're gonna go one on the aspirant to start growing that. We're not in a good spot though. So they might just be able to tap down the Thalia. Spellbinder's kind of interesting actually. I think we do want to run that out and see what they have in their hand. Remember, they can use the Giant Killer to tap down, but let's get the Spellbinder online pre-combat. They had a Gear Hulk. Nasty. Okay. Essence Scatter. Sure. Well, I think I have to go all in on the Thalia now. Just to try to force in the damage for this turn. Wow. That is super ballsy, because now the Cave of the Frost Dragon could just kill them. I am very surprised they made that play. Thought for sure they'd be chumping. That might have just given us the window we needed. And in fact, all of my aspirants are lethal too. So I have 4 lethal creatures next turn. And they only have access to 3 mana while I have a Thalia on the battlefield, so... so let's go to beginning of combat. One here. One here. Go ahead and animate my cave. Go for lethal. Alright, wow. So I think the opponent might have made a mistake there by not chumping that Thalia that one turn. I thought we were for sure losing that. Anyways, versus Jeskai Control, we bring in the 2 Raydanes and the 2 Dramoka's commands. Take out Sigarda, take out the Brutal Cathars, and I don't think I need the Giant Killer. I mean, it can kill their Torrential Gear Hulk or whatever, but I don't think that's worth it. Rest in Peace is... I mean, it's usable here, but it's probably not the intent. Yasharn is also not a consideration for random treasures. Yasharn is mainly for, like, the Jund decks. Some other decks as well can get wrecked by the Yasharn, but I think Rest in Peace is more so for, like, the Phoenix matchup. I don't think we want to bring it here. Now, maybe if we see some Magma Opuses or something, I don't know if people still play those, really. I don't think they do. Then maybe that's something to have considered, but... Okay, on the draw... This is a fine hand. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Because they shocked themselves turn 1. Okay. So it looks like they probably have a Spike Field Hazard or something. I don't know. I'll lead on the Luminarch Aspirant, but I don't expect this to survive. Helix, okay. Obviously, we need to find a land next turn. Raydane's another really good one versus these decks. Not because they have snow lands, they don't. But it prevents them from casting anything big too easily. And nice, we did find the land. Alright, let's slam the Raydane. Okay, let's attack for 2. Sadly, I think I just have to run out the Ranger Captain, go grab a dog. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say, because we didn't hit a land, I don't have the luxury of sitting back. I do need to pressure them. Okay, land's good. Now we're gonna lead on Aspirant and hold up command. Pump up our Redane. I'm gonna let the Unholy Heat go. I don't think it's good enough just to protect that. Okay, they are on the Magma Opus deck. So maybe Rest in Peace comes in after all. They might make a mistake here, though. Redain, I believe, still is going to make their Opus cost 2 more. So if they go for a Gear Hulk here, they're not going to be able to actually cast the Opus. Mastery... Wait, that doesn't work either. I don't... Does it? I guess it says without casting... I'm pretty sure they can't do it, though. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought for sure that wouldn't work. But I guess... No, it didn't. Yeah. Alright, I'm right. Okay. Yeah. They kind of just goofed up there. Yeah. So, even though Mastery says without paying its cost, the tax effects still apply. So their Mastery costs 6 mana, the Opus then costs an additional 2 after the quote-unquote free. Psych myself out there. You can tell they were trying to cast it, they did all the right steps, and then it was like, can you pay 2? And the answer is no, they couldn't. So, because of that win, I would like you to all click that like and subscribe button right now. Thank you. Thank you. I can feel the energy of the like and subscribe in my veins as we wait for another round. But yeah, this human deck is really fun, really fast, and again, lots of ways to disrupt your opponent, whether they're on a creature deck themselves, or if they're playing a control-y deck like the one that we just fought prior. On the play here, fantastic, and nope. 6 lands is a mulligan. This hand, however, is quite good. Let's keep this, and I guess I'm going to pitch the Temple Garden in case they're playing an aggro deck. But I have no reason for the triple white or double green anyways, so... Alright, looks like another control-y deck. Turn 1 Esper Sentinel, turn 2 Aspirant, pump up the Sentinel. That means we're most likely going to immediately draw a card if they do have a way to, or if they do have a spell to cast. Nice little curve out here from us on the play. Wonder how many people are going to be playing control decks this weekend. All right, let's... I'm worried about Anger of the Gods, but I don't think there's... I could Ranger Captain, I guess. I'm gonna pump the Aspirant up this time. And I'm gonna debate if it's correct or not to sack the Ranger Captain. I think I'm going to. I like the pressure I have, and I have a follow-up Coco. Gonna attack for 5 here and pass, I think. Prismari Command. Alright, so they're gonna go for... Well, let's draw the card first. And they're gonna go 2 damage and destroy an artifact. I will Coco in response. And those are bricks. Yikes. We found like another way to pump up our Aspirant, for example, or a way to give Indestructible, for example. Thalia and another Sentinel weren't bad, but We could have found much better cards with that Coco, and just fortunately. Hazard pay 1. Alright. And they're gonna shock and kill the Sentinel. Sure. Not looking too good for us. That command being a 2 for 1 hurt quite a bit. Alright, make a crab, pay the 1. So they're gonna be on the Indomitable Creativity list then. Seems like. And we will just scoop to a creativity here. More crabs, more better. Sure. Make our Sentinel a 2/2 at least. Huh? So, best draws, probably another Collected Company. Ranger Captain, not awful. Giant Killer, and that's not the one we're looking for. Well, actually, if they do find Indomitable Creativity, usually it's the Sarah's that exactly right there, the Emissary. I don't think they're gonna play around Giant Killer, but they might. They're probably gonna name creatures. Maybe they suss out the Giant Killer, but yeah, they did. Perfect. Our one of Giant Killer here. Hilarious. That's funny. Giant Killer doing work, baby. I don't think I can win if they have another Emissary on creature, though. Right? I don't think there's anything I could do. Do it. Sack your clue. Ah, they found creativity. Oh, wait a minute. I have 2 Brutal Cathars in the deck. Okay, hold up. Oh wait, no. Those their creatures also gain protection from... Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't think we have any outs then. Creatures and instants. Good beats. Yep, we'll just concede to that. There was a glimmer of hope for a small second. Alright, so the thing about the creativity deck, I don't think these Brutal Cathars are worth it versus them. They're gonna be naming creature and instant with, with their emissaries anyways. So really, we just need to slow them down. So we'll take the 2 Redanes in. We're bringing the Dromoka's commands as well, but this doesn't seem like a great matchup for us. We need to find an early Thalia. If we can go like turn 1 Esper Sentinel, turn 2 Thalia, we can hopefully pressure them quite a bit, but yeah. I don't remember who this person is, but I think this username is a player that has done well recently. I don't remember who, but I think they might have top 8'd one of the last championships. Let's see. I don't remember who it was, though. Or maybe I'm just recognizing this name from, like, Magic Online or something, but... in any case... be on the play here. Alright, turn 1 dog, turn 2 Thalia's pretty good. Hopefully we can find another land for Spellbinder as well. Yep. And if I play Thalia out pre-combat, they just shoot the dog in response. I'm guessing. Thalia, a little bit awkward with Dromoka's command and Collected Company, but this hurts them a lot more than it hurts me. Nice, did find the land. Let's take a peek-see at their hand. Alright, we'll just take the Prismari command here. I think they don't have anything to actually creativity, so their hand is really weak. Hoping to draw land here so I can play Sentinel and hold up command. Nice. Alright, looking good for us. We're still gonna hold up Dromoka's command here instead of casting the Coco main phase. We will do it here end of turn though. And that's probably game over. Alright. Yep. Like I said, this deck has just enough interaction as well as a lot of good early pressure to really get people. And they kept their hand banking on that Prismari command, so the fact that we got to go turn 3 Spellbinder underneath the command looks like it really messed them up. Oh, this is really close. Bank on hitting a land. The Thalia is just so good. But I think we have to go down to 6. Alright. I think we're pitching the Thalia's Lieutenant and just keeping both dogs. Not a great hand, but we're gonna have to give it a shot. Hopefully we can draw Thalia or something. Anything better to do on turn 2 than just another 1/1 with no text, basically. Not ideal. I should play the dog before playing the land, but it's a small percentage there. Yep. Next turn's really important. Okay, not an awful draw. We're just gonna pump the aspirant. Sure, that's good for us. We're land nothing. Pump the aspirant again. And I'm just gonna hold up Coco here, I think. I think in response to this, I might actually Coco. Okay. Let's get another dog. We're hoping that they can't just hard cast an emissary this turn, but they might be able to. Yeah, alright. Well, that ain't great. Took out all my brutal Cathars as well, so that might just be game over. Let's see. Yeah, I cut the giant killer and the brutal Cathars, I think. Oh wait, maybe the brutal Cathars are still in. No, this is a bug. Because I put in the Dromoka's commands, right? Hmm. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Oh, can't even target them with, That's right. Spellbinder doesn't even target their hand because they have protection from creatures. Damn it. Alright, I think Emissary takes the cake here. So maybe it was wrong for me to cut the Brutal Cathars, I don't know. I guess if I leave myself with 0 outs, then if they just cast an Emissary, we lose like that, huh? Yeah, that's probably my fault. Alright, good beats. Lesson learned. Probably need to leave some number of Brutal Cathars in. The only problem with Brutal Cathar is that it's only a 2/2, so... It is easy to kill it, but I guess if I eat their if I eat their Emissary, and then kill them in the same turn, right? Then they don't have a chance to do that. Turn 5 Emissary, just can't beat it. Yeah. So what am I supposed to bring in then? Or what am I supposed to cut? Leave the 2 Brutal Cathars in. I mean, maybe I'm still supposed to leave in the Giant Killer as well. Because with creativity, they're usually going to get more than 1 Emissary, which means they name instant and creature. But if they only get 1, they're going to just name creature, and so the Giant Killer is probably... Yeah, I think I just made some poor sideboarding decisions. Oh, looks like we're going to be playing against a person in the Innistrad Champs, so this could be another match that happens. We're going to have to mulligan that hand, and that one looks much better. I think I'm going to pitch the Coco here and keep all of the cheap cards. So I'm guessing they're playing their actual deck that they're playing in the tournament. I just lead off with Sentinel on turn 1. Blue black, huh? Cycle sensor? Sure, I like that. Ooh, might just be needing to find lands here, and they bricked. Let's take a peek-see at their hand. Smash in for 2. Let's take the Shark Typhoon here. Alright, well, I guess they're over it. Blue-black control. What did we see from them? Hand disruption, Gear Hulk, counters. Hard to see on the overlay. Shark Typhoon. Rest in Peace seems fine, though a little bit medium. Guess we just bring in Radanes. I don't think we need the Rest in Peace, do we? I think we leave in like the Brutal Cathars for Shark Typhoon tokens. That seems really good. I mean, maybe Redane isn't actually good enough versus them. No, it actually doesn't seem good enough, does it? So let's try the Rest in Pieces over the Redanes here versus blue-black. Because all of their cheap interactive spells were under 4 mana. And then their only 6-drop was the Gear Hulk, so that doesn't get taxed anyways. Nice. Yeah, let's lead on Esper Sentinel. And then Thalia next turn. Could also just go Dog next turn. I guess if we draw another 1-drop, I'd rather go Sentinel plus Dog. I guess also going like this plays around... yeah, playing the Selfless Savior here plays around Censor. So that's probably a better line. And let's... we can Typhoon. Let's lead on Thalia. See if they cast anything in response to this, or if they like counter with an Archmage's Charm. But I don't think I want to attack into a Shark Typhoon. Yep. Davriel's Withering. Target creature and opponent perpetually gets -1, -2. Okay, so I can't savior that, because that's a toughness breaker. Let's go ahead and... actually, we can just main phase the Coco now instead. Adeline, Cathar for the token seems really good. Attack in for 3. That's an exile, but I do get to draw a card. Alright, let's go... Thalia for the tax again. Ranger Captain. Go grab Indestructible Dog. And I don't think we sack the Ranger Captain on their upkeep. Alright, they just had another one. Yeah, Double Shadow's Verdict is going to be hard for this deck to beat, but... at least we're still drawing some action here. I guess I'll make their Contempt cost 6. They're just gonna contempt my Luminarch, that's fine. That was an important draw step, sadly, but we bricked on them. Okay. So I can't attack with the dog because they have the Hall. But let's cast the Thalia out here first and see if they cast the Behold in response. They might have a Shark Typhoon, but I can't play around that. Yep, good beats. I think we just gotta let that die. Give it another draw step or two, but not looking great. Sure. I'm not dead on board, but they can put me to 1 if they wanted. Alright. Once again, I cannot attack into the Hall of the Frost Giants. Or Hall of the Storm Giants, whatever it's called. Looks like they just have another Shark Typhoon. Good beats. Got me. Alright. So... yeah, we better bring in those Redains. Good thing I never drew those Rust in Pieces, because they would have been real bad. Redain looks like it's going to be a roll maker here. I guess I could bring in Yasharn and the Sigarda as cards that can get around Shadow's Verdict, but I guess Sigarda should probably still be in the deck too. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll be on the play this time, and yeah. I think I just need to stick to the plan of only bringing in Rest in Peace for the Phoenix decks. Okay, not a bad hand. Turn 1 Sentinel, turn 2 Lieutenant, turn 3 Redain. It's good enough for me. Hopefully we find a little bit more action. And not too many more lands. But Sentinel into Thalia's Lieutenant means we're probably going to at least draw 1 card extra. They are going to shock. Yeah, let's go for the Aspirant instead then. That was a nice draw. Sure. Draw my extra card, no problem. Okay, let's go Sentinel. Okay. Into Lieutenant. That's no good. Gonna need to draw a spell next turn, otherwise this game might be over. A little bit too many lands here. Oh, wow. Yikes. That might have just locked it up, huh? We've drawn 7 lands. Oh my gosh. Sad flood, but it happens. The nice thing here, they don't have triple blue for, what do you call it? Archmage's Charm. So this is really good if they don't have anything. They missed a land drop too, so this is quick pressure. Sure, Cycle Typhoon on 1, yeah. Nice, okay. Hopefully they brick on land again. Coco? We had a window there where they bricked, but then we bricked even harder. This is chump chump in the Shadow's verdict. Yep. So many cards would have won. That probably would have won a turn sooner as well, unless they have 2 verdicts in their hand. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. That's fine. Alright, come on. That cave was actually a good draw, as far as lands are concerned. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, back to dead. Probably, anyway. So, I need to find like a Brutal Cathar off the top. Man, this was a close game, but we just drew a couple too many lands in the pivotal turns. Like, Thalia would have won a long time ago. The, damn it. That'll do her. GG's. Thalia would have won. What's it called? The Ranger Eos would have won. Spellbinder would have won. Coco almost certainly would have won. Damn. But at one point we drew like 9 lands and 7 spells, so we're just gonna have to draw a little bit better than that next time. Our opening hand was fantastic, but the lands to spells ratio after the fact kind of got us. Let's give it one more try. We've been having some good matches, and we're learning some. That's the important part. Especially versus like that Sarah's Emissary deck. Cutting all my answers to that. Can't be good. We're gonna keep this hand on the play. We don't have any 1-drops, but we have a good curve out after that. Get some really big lieutenants online. And maybe another control deck of sorts. Ooh, Strict Proctor. Alright. Well, that really sucks. That counters all of my Enter the Battlefield abilities. We're running into a main deck Strict Proctor here, and it feels terrible. So I can just play a 3-mana 3/1. I get no trigger here. You know, sometimes it's just not meant to be. Alright, let's go for another lieutenant then. We can pay the 2 for this one if they don't counter. It's pretty funny. Sure, I'll still pay the 1. Sometimes all you can do is just laugh. Yep, there's the Lotus Field with the Strict Proctor. Okay, so that's why they're running, I see. They're running the Lotus Field Strict Proctor deck. Haven't run into this too frequent. Wow, another? Okay. I mean, Dwari Disruption there might as well be a hard removal spell. Very untapped Lotus Field's pretty good. I think I just activate the cave and try to attack the Teferi and then just concede to basically anything. Okay. Alright, well at least Teferi died.
That didn't go according to plan.
Sure. Alright, I've seen enough here. Strict Proctor for the win! We got absolutely dumpstered there. Let's see. Gonna bring in the Redains. And I guess I'm gonna bring in Dromoka's commands. Killer doesn't need to be in. Sigarda can come out and probably cut 2 of these Spellbinders, honestly. Oof! Brutal. Can you beat a Strict Proctor? I mean, the issue is the Brutal Cathars, even. I have to play them on 5 mana to eat the Strict Proctor as well, so... Pretty funny. Alright, fine looking hand. Obviously we just need to draw some spells here, but not gonna mulligan this, no way, no how. One of our key cards versus them is probably the Luminarch, because that doesn't get countered by the ability of the Proctor. These have been some fun games. Might not have been winning, but at least the matches are interactive to some degree. Sure. Well, turn 1 Authority of the Consuls is when you want to have that card. That's not a bad draw. Alright, we're not going to run out of Naked Brutal. Oh wow, they're going to go for the Stifle on that? Sure. They sacrifice enchantment, I'll pump up my Thalia. Cool deck idea. Keep Thalia alive if they have a... Well, actually, I guess with a second Thalia, maybe I keep the Sentinel alive if they Wrath. I don't know. So they can make a 2/2 with Shark Typhoon here. Awkward draw. Let's go ahead and play this pre-combat though. And I'll still ship it all at Teferi.
Stop that.
Nice.
Now. really should have seen that coming.
Why wasn't I cool and submit a Lotus Field deck for the tournament? Why did I submit green-white humans? Archon of Absolution. Oh no. Oh no. Am I dead? Pro white, huh? I think we just lose. I can deal with the Proctor slightly, but... Oh my god, it's brutal. I'm getting flashbacks of Old Standard, if you remember Old Standard, where the mono white decks would get dumpstered by the Archon of Absolution from the sideboard. It's okay. I think this deck is good still. We ran into some control matchups earlier, which we had some good games with them. Like, I still think this deck is good. We've just run into some silly foils. Or maybe that's just me trying to talk myself into playing this deck. Already, well, rather, having to play this deck since it's already submitted. Okay, well, that wasn't that bad. I'm gonna get to draw one card here before we decide what we want to do. I guess I'm gonna protect the, Brutal Cathar for sure, over one of the Esper Sentinels. And then we can go Great Dane plus Thalia. Alright. Hey. And just like that, we're doing okay again. Sure. Let's main phase this Coco off in case we get some combat abilities. Yeah, that's nice. So I think I'm gonna get the dog and the Adeline. Actually, no, we don't want to give him the extra Proctor yet. Sure, cycle 2, that's fine. Okay. Your move. Pass the turn. Another dog's good. Alright, whoop! As I was saying, this deck is excellent, and I'm glad I submitted it because it doesn't lose to anything. Probably should get the Spellbinders back in then. Maybe these commands aren't good enough. Maybe Skyclave Apparition is actually better versus them? Skyclave Apparition still doesn't hit very much as well. No. We're gonna need even the Dramoka's commands. I need a way to fight the strict Proctors or kill them otherwise. And I don't think the Skyclaves have enough hits. Oh, excuse me. We're gonna draw well, we're gonna play well, and we're gonna win. Trust me. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Ah. All right. Basically the best curve out you can hope for. Let's go. I think we're going to go with Thalia, turn 2 instead of Aspirant. But Aspirant with Sentinels, kind of just great. Yeah, I'm going to run out the Aspirant instead. If they have Juari, that's fine. Sure. Get to draw a card still. Okay, Revelry pay 1. I'm okay with that. Now, actually, let's go ahead and just take a peek at their hand while they're tapped out. Fateful Absence. So we're going to take the Shark Typhoon, kill that. Shark forever. Go ahead and attack for 3. See if they Fateful. We're just going to pass. Make their absence a lot worse. Go for the Coco end of turn. Ow, the one card they drew, huh? Alright, good beats. But now we get to go Thalia plus... Oh. I lied, now I get to slam another Coco. Need to fade a Wrath. We have perfect info on them. Okay, well, a redundant Adeline I'm okay running out. Go ahead and pump here, so we can attack with another ground creature. That's fine. I don't think we want to run out the Thalia. Yeah, I think we're just going to draw a card here. Pass. Ranger Captain's going to be fantastic if they don't top deck exactly Wrath this turn. Now I'm okay running out Thalia next turn. Sure. They're going to stifle the ability, or are they going to sack? Good enough. Alright, we'll take it. Well, they got me real good in the first game, and then we scraped them out on the second game, and then game 3 wasn't even close. That deck seems like it needs to just draw the right sequence of its cards. I mean, duh, that's Magic, draw your right sequence, but that has too many different things it's trying to do, it feels like. Alright, we'll play one more game with this, or rather one more match with this deck. Again, this is my historic deck for the Innistrad Champs, coming up on Friday. Day 1 will be 4 rounds of Standard, 3 rounds of Historic. Day 2, somewhat of the same, I believe, but need to go 4 and 3 or better. Day 1, that's an easy mulligan. And that's an easy keep. Great. Den of the Bug, turn 1, okay. If they want to burn that, I get to draw a card. Sure. Let's just get the Aspirant online then. And then next turn we can go Thalia plus Sentinel. Mono red, snow. Oh, Crusher Giants. Right. I think I'm gonna Thalia this turn. That way they can't use up that 1 mana if they had anything to do. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at their hand then. Double Chandra dress to kill. Okay.
Oh, why?
Well, it looks like we're actually doing really well here then. Thalia having first strike kind of hoses them a bit. If they uptick Chandra, we can Asprint and kill her next turn.
Might as well give up already.
Fine.
So dark out.
That puts a creature, or sorry, a planeswalker and an instant in their graveyard. They drew another Bone Crusher, very nice. They left the card on top. We need to draw something here. Not great, but suppose it could be worse, and it still taxes them a bit. Their Bone Crusher. Alright, come on, Collected Company. Where you at? Another card left on top as well. Haven Pass. Yeah, they're drawing better than we are. Their Surveil is finding some goodies. They might just go double giant here, and we're gonna have a hard time with that. Brutal. Oh my. Alright, well that should do her. Yeah. I don't even think drawing, that's gonna be good enough. Drawing Coco at that point's not good enough. We have to chump too much damage there. That's 16 damage coming at our face. Okay, what did we learn? Mono red. So Dromoka's commands can come in. Don't think we want Brutal Cathar versus that. I think the Skyclave Apparitions are probably better suited. Don't think these Spellbinders are very necessary, although they're still okay. I mean, I guess the Brutal Cathars are good if we can get a 1/1 counter on them. It's probably still worth running them. And maybe just cut like an Esper Sentinel. Something like that. Seems fine. On the play, no lands. Okay, this is fine. Let's lead on Sentinel. And if they want to kill one, I get to draw a card here. Good. Cemetery on creature or instant? Sure. So now whenever somebody casts a creature, they lose 2 life. Oh, I meant to play that on green. Whoopsies. That is a pretty big mistake. That's awkward. Well, it's simple. Just draw the green source off the top, even though you don't want to draw a green source. Sure. We'll take it. They're probably thinking I have Coco by doing this anyway. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we're just gonna run out another Adeline. I don't think we're gonna bother protecting this one. We have the dog on the battlefield anyways, but... I think this is okay. I guess the dream scenario is next turn they try to cast a Glorybringer. And then I get to punch the Glorybringer with Adeline, making it a 4/5 or something like that. It's also a pretty juicy draw. So we're going to target the Sentinel, if they let the Luminarch live here. Alright, so let's see if they pay. Go ahead and target Aspirant. They could have another burn spell here, of course. And a Braid. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is actually prevent and put a counter on. So prevent the damage from the Abrade and put a counter on my Adeline. And that's going to give the Adeline protection from Glorybringer. Oh, that's not a good sign. Is there a Wrath that they have? Anger plus a 1 damage burn spell? Jeez, wow, they just had it all, huh? Okay, well, Coco was one of our better draws, so... We want to do this in case we hit the combat trigger matters. Yep. Let's start pumping up the first striker. Sure. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Well, who's gonna top deck better? That's a pretty good one. Alright. Position on me. So they can make 2/1/1s with the Pyromancer. Keep attacking for 3 first strike, I guess. Sure. Draw, and draw, and go. Fine. So cast a creature, lose 2 life, basically. I will go to 12. I will eat your Gatekeeper with another Gatekeeper, or with another Apparition. Okay.
This little candle's gonna set your
Bone Crusher's a good draw. Holy moly. And we might be dead now. Oh! Okay. That's the one card we were looking for. Captain and... Aspirant's pretty good, but I think I want to get the Cathar just to eat their 2/2 for free. And then... yeah, let's grab Giant Killer for their known Giant in hand. Say go. Pinging me instead of... Did they draw Glorybringer? That feels like it was bait. That feels like it was hardcore bait, but I don't really have an option. I think I have to kill it so that I can attack the Chandra this turn. That's pretty good. Okay. Actually, we might just go face now instead. All right. One good draw deserved another. I think I like just putting him on a 2-turn clock and forcing him to do something this turn instead of trying to kill Chandra last. Okay. We're gonna get a game 3. Ooh, baby. We are going to get a G3. Rest in Peace turns off Unholy Heat. Turns off their Gatekeepers, turns off their Pyromancers. That doesn't seem good enough to me. Let's run it back. Alright, again, green, white, and historic. If you want the deck list, it will be down below in the info section. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll go back to our regular limited content soon. This is just in prep for the upcoming championships, so wanted to showcase my deck off again. We're hoping that they have Bone Crusher in hand and that they can't blow this up now. I mean, they have a lot of burn, so obviously that's not surprising. I think I'm actually going to play both of these. Lieutenant because we're planning on tapping out for the next couple turns. That's fine. I don't mind them just continuously using 1-for-1 removal here.
Whoa, I've never crashed a wedding.
That might be something they can do with 2 mana though. Sure, yeah, it sucks, but... Alright, we're gonna main phase Coco. Get some triggers. Apparition eats the Chandra. And I guess we'll get the dog to protect.
Next time, I'll wear more comfortable shoes.
Another Chandra. Add mana, make their 4/3, I guess.
Today's my lucky day.
Yeah. Alright, so we can go kill that, take 2. Aspirant. Pump the Apparition. Get Chandra for 4, down to 1.
Yup.
Alright, they hit a land. Another Chandra. They don't stop.
You know what's great at dispelling darkness?
A Frostbite. They're gonna kill Aspirant, would be my guess. I mean, whatever they target, I just Selfless Savior, probably. Okay, that makes sense too. Just kill the one they were going to kill anyways. So, do we want a Coco here? Or just Apparition? I think we want to go Giant Killer into Coco. Alright, let's hit another Luminarch. Let's hit the Ranger Captain. Beautiful. Go get another dog. Now we can pump Apparition, pump Aspirant, kill both walkers. And
These don't let me anymore. Way different than I expected.
I think I do want to sack the Ranger Captain on their upkeep so they can't Anger of the Gods me. This buys me a turn to get this Aspirant up to a 4/4. And get out the dog. Yeah, I'm gonna run out my hand now. Right, that's unfortunate. That was the last card in their hand. And they pick it up. Alright, got him. Skyclave Apparition was an all-star there. Yeah, that was a fun little one. Yeah, we played quite a few good matches. Lost to a couple control decks. Beat a couple control-y decks. Had some good draws, had some bad draws, but hey, that's Magic, baby. If you want to take a look again at the deck list, if you want to just print screen it or whatever, I will have the deck list down below that you can copy and link over. But this is my historic deck for the upcoming Innistrad Championships. Again, I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Back to our regular old drafty self. Later.